Hey guys, what is going on? It is XCKJ here today, bringing to you guys a new video on how to position on Frozen Guard. We're going to break it down into a few different parts. The first part is going to be how to capture the point. The second part is going to be after you've kind of done your first fight on the point, where to position there, where are the chokes on the map, how to push the point, all that kind of awesome stuff here. I just feel like it's very fitting since Frozen Guard recently just got updated and it just looks absolutely gorgeous now. So I just decided, hey, what the heck, let's go over how to play a Frozen Guard map. Plus this map is super fun and there's definitely some cheese spots to be standing here. Let's just jump right into it. One thing before we do though, I just remembered I am doing an 800 crystal giveaway once we hit 3,000 subs, guys. So make sure you're subbed to the channel. All you have to do is be subbed to the channel and you're entered to win that. So make sure to do that. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is damage. Where do the damages stand, whether you're playing flank or damage? What do you want to do? Let's say you're playing let's just say you're playing damage, not a flank right now. Me personally, I think that there is just this crazy spot that people do not abuse enough. So you're playing damage, right? And so there is one spot I feel like that is absolutely overpowered while you're playing damage. And so what you're going to do is you're going to want a path starting out from right here. You're going to path, drop down right here, come through here, and then bam, this spot right here is insane. Let me tell you why. You can see over to the point here. You can see into this back line right here. So now you're forcing the healer to kind of stand somewhere over here-ish, you see? The healer is going to have to stand over here and not have as good of spots to heal. So you're playing damage, you're able to look here, and then once you're all ready, you shot onto the point, whatever, you're just kind of at a standstill, you can't make any plays, you can push up to here, and now look, you can literally, if you're pushed up to here, you can literally just shoot. You shoot this whole entire row right here. You can shoot this row right here. It is just a crazy spot to stand. I think by far, if you're playing, let's say you're playing Victor, right? Victor, Dredge, something like that. This spot is insane. Strix is just crazy here. I always see people either playing damage. This is kind of an older version of it. You know, now there's something a little bit moved up a little bit more to block right here. This is an older version. So typically, you see damages chilling right here. Or you see damages like pushing into this spot right here. This spot's okay, but think about where can you shoot when you're standing here. You can shoot this way, and then you can shoot this way. Look where you can shoot here. Shoot here, and all of this right here, right? So you're standing here, you can push back, and then this is definitely going to give you guys huge advantage. So also, if you're playing off tank, I would highly recommend that you kind of play a very similar way as the damage. You're going to help support the damage here. You're going to come from the base, come over here, come down, through here, back here, and then you're just going to push. Then you're going to push right here, and you're just going to see what you can see. You're going to try to put a lot of pressure on the healer. And that's pretty much going to be your job if your damage is playing this way. You're just going to be you're going to be chilling like right here. When I'm playing off tank, if there's nobody that can test me, I like to kind of play around this. Chances are, if you didn't run into anybody on this way right here, that means that their team is going to be going this way. So if you're damaged, you're still fine to stand here because, you know, your point tank, hopefully, if they know that you're going to go and try to control this side of the map, your point tank is going to come and just go straight to the point. So you can cover your point tank. Even if you're playing off tank, you still cover your point tank here. And now your healer can stand like right here while your flank is kind of just chilling. They can come really wherever they want at this point. Hopefully your healer comes down here. That way, you know, they can peek around this spot right here and they can heal the point a little bit. They can heal the damage. They can heal the off tank. The off tank just has to know, like, all right, if I want to be able to get healed, I'm going to have to either push up to here or I'm going to have to fall back to here because the healer's not going to be able to see me. You have to keep that in mind. Definitely, I think this entire side of the map right here is just way strong on Frozen Guard. So I highly recommend doing that. Just let your team know that you're doing it because here is just a terrible scenario that happens, right? So let's say you're playing damage, okay? Or you're playing off tank. If you're playing off tank, it doesn't matter as much because you can kind of get across the map. If you're playing like aggressive off tank, at least. If you're playing con, I would recommend like, you know, playing back. If you're playing aggressive off tank, you're going to push to like right up here. If you're playing con, you're just going to chill back here or you're going to like try to take control of this side and like slow push it with the off tank. What am I saying? With the flank or something like that. But the damage can still go here. You're fine. The damage just has to be careful that like this is actually something good to talk about, right? All right, so let's say this is something very good to talk about that just popped into my mind. So let's say your team is not going to push with you down this end right here, right? So you're by yourself playing damage. You're going to push from here around, and then you're just going to set up right here. First thing you're going to do is you're going to peek this angle right here. You're going to peek down that whole lane. See if you can see anyone. If there's like a bunch of people pushing you that way, you're just gonna like literally call over your team, use your comms, be like, bro, I need help over here. If you just automatically push up and then try to shoot, you're gonna die. So if you're standing right here, at least you know you have a lot of spots you can fall back to here. Plus you're around a pretty strong spot. You're gonna be able to hold them for a decent amount of time since you're not just like literally. If you move up here and there you got like 3 guys pushing you or even 2 guys pushing you, you're done. Make sure to keep that in mind. But another strong push to do is it's not as strong, but you know I see it happen. I see a lot of people doing it. You know, Khan or some sort of tank like Khan, somebody that doesn't have as much push potential for an off tank or something. They're just gonna come right here and have a huge team fight here, and then honestly, whoever wins that team fight wins the whole thing. I just feel like those kind of battles are really dependent on your team being good, if that makes sense. So if you're actually trying to climb, I definitely think that this whole side of the map is much better. Now let's just talk about what a point tank should do. So we're talking about how this side of the map is much better, and I kind of already said, you know, you're just gonna path on out, come on through here, bam, just get right to the point, right? Then you're gonna set up on the point. If you see so you're like right here, you see the entire team is just literally going to be taking over this whole spot right here. You know that every single person is going to be looking at you. So your big thing that you want to do is, all right, we're going to just have a little bit of self-control here. We're just going to use our abilities, pull back to here or pull back to here. And the reason why we do that, now, look, the healer is going to be right here. The healer can still heal you in both those spots, and you have cover behind this stuff. I would personally think that you would probably want to, if you can, you want to probably go back to here. That way you still are getting supported by the off tank that's going to be here and the damage that's going to be here. So you just won the team fight. So now the healer is going to move on to the point. The point tank is going to move over to this choke right here because this is most likely where most of the people are going to be coming out. They're just running out of the base and jumping straight down. So point tank's going to set up right there. We're going to have the off tank set up here, and then probably the damage will chill over here, and then the flank will chill over here. Just kind of create that double choke. They can't really get through. And then if somebody tries to, like, you know, come around this way, you gotta be looking into this like room right here because people can definitely get around there. Once you really have created the choke here and you cap the point, you're gonna start pushing. Once you're pushing, you're just gonna be pushing the point. Now this is a hard choke to break because let's talk about the defense first, and then we could better talk about the offense of trying to push this point because it is a really strong defense. Let's say the enemy team has captured the point. The first choke that you're gonna have is around this corner right here. There kind of is a choke that you can create right here, but I feel like usually the team is gonna be able to push pretty easily up to like about here, and then your choke on this whole like section right here is going to be super strong. It's so hard to get that point around this corner, and then there's even harder choke that you got to push out after that. Good spots to defend the choke is having an off tank kind of chilling in this room, and then the entire I'm not even joking. Then the entire rest of your team just chilling on this spot right here, and then around this, there's like a little corner right here. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. There's a corner right here. You're just having everybody chilling around here, and then every once in a blue moon, you know, just have your flank just come around, poke some people, and then bam, come right on back, and then play damage, sit in the back. And the reason why your off tank's here is to do the same thing. He's kind of making sure nobody gets behind your team and then starts dealing some crazy damage. He's just going to come out and just do a little bit of poke damage, and then bam, just fall right on back again. So that's your first choke that you got right there. So you're creating your choke now. So the places that you're going to stand is damage chilling here or here. You got your point tank chilling around here somewhere, point tank standing up here, off tank standing back here. You got so many options for just super, super strong spots. As long as nobody overextends, there is like almost no way that the enemy team's gonna be able to push into you guys. As long as your damage is literally dealing damage and your off tank isn't inting. If your off tank ints and just dies, I mean, if your point tank ints and just dies, you're kind of screwed. There's so many great spots. Like your healer just won't die because they're standing up on top of the bridge. Your healer and damage are chilling here. Your flank's doing whatever the heck they want. Probably coming around over this way. And then, you got your off tank chilling here, point tank chilling here, and everybody just dealing crazy damage, and your healer cannot die because nobody can get to your healer unless they have a flyer or something. There's no way for them to get to you. It's just such a strong choke. I love it. But yeah, so there's your positioning. Now let's talk about pushing the point because I feel like that's going to make it a little bit easier. You're pushing the point, right? And your enemy has got the big choke right here around this corner. So the big thing that your team wants to do is you're going to have the healer at first, because this is where things get kind of confusing, okay? This is going to be hard to do with your team, but if you can do this properly, or if you're playing with a duo player or something, it's going to make it much easier. First, the healer is going to be pushing, right? And then there comes a point where you get to like right here, and then the healer cannot push anymore. No matter what you say, the healer cannot push anymore. So what you're going to do now, have the point tank fall back, and then the point tank's now going to stand on it, and then the healer's going to chill back here, maybe on this, but then, you lose some healing spots there. Right around here, just remember, point tank starts pushing the point at that spot. You're going to try to have your off tank, this is off tank, and like your flank or your damage or whoever needs to push into the back line and get picks here, because you got this high ground right here. And this high ground is literally how you're going to break the choke. You're going to break the choke by taking over this high ground and then just doing your best to try and like just wreak havoc on them, because once you open up this whole room right here, you then have an angle to shoot down here, and then you have an angle to get up here, and then when you're up here, man, you're killing everybody up here. Remember, want to push into this room, take control of this room, and then now, bam, you break the choke by getting picks by moving back right here and right here. So now we've pushed up to this point. The point's right here now, right? So we need to push the point in. Now the enemy team's set up here and here, but we've already capped this, right? We have control of this spot right here. Since we have control of this point right here, we just have to watch this spot, because this spot gives you a shot on that guy right there, because in order for him to go back, he's got to go back in this way, so he's going to be shot the whole time, or he has to fall back that way. If he falls back that way, then this guy is just going to push up, take this spot back again. You got your damages shooting, you have the point tank like right here. The main way that I think that you break this push is by like somebody coming around right here, just somehow get a pick on this point tank. You just got to get the cauterize. You got to kill the point tank. Once the point tank dies, you just have your point tank just muscle this thing through. You keep the damage coming this way. You just got to keep the damage coming on this bridge, and nobody's going to come here. No one will come here. Trust me. Unless somebody's like chilling here, people should come over there, but trust me, nobody's going to go over there. You're pushing the point. They two guys shooting here, you're just laning. You're keeping that damage up. You got somebody chilling here, you got somebody chilling here. You're just keeping that damage right there. Then once you get underneath this bridge, it is over for them. I cannot even tell you how many times in my games I've kind of realized once you get to like this point right here, the enemy team is wasting every single one of their ults trying to stop you from putting it in. And at that point, if they wasted every single one of their ults, because they're just coming out and just dropping down trying to like stop you from putting it in. And I mean, if they don't and they save their ults, then good for you. You just got a free point. And if they did waste all their ults, good for you. You got a free point. Next point. I think that is going to wrap up everything I wanted to talk about for this video. I'm sure that there's going to be things that I think of after. I know I didn't really talk too much about the flanks, but I feel like I kind of gave you guys a little bit about where the flanks are supposed to be. I feel like when I say flanks and damages, I kind of mean them as the same thing. For instance, like if you're a flank, right, this is just to go back because I want to talk about capping the points, because I feel like capping the points are the most important part of the game, because that's how you win, right? You can lose every single push, or whatever. But when it comes down to it, you need to win on either putting the point in or on a cap. So I feel like caps are most important. So let's say you're flank, right? Your damage just decided they're going to do damage things, and they're just going to do that like thing where they just stand out in the open right there and hardly do anything because they can't see anything. A damage is chilling right here, right? You're a damage. You're playing right here. So what can you see exactly? You can see. I'm guessing your goal is you're going to try to go into here. But let's say you're just content. You're like, you know what? I'm happy. I'm just going to chill on, there's that gigantic rock. This rock, they moved it a little bit more. So, you're chilling around that rock, or maybe you're push up a little bit even past that. And you're just shooting at the point the whole time. But, and guess what? You can't even see this. You can't even see this. So the enemy off tank or the enemy flank just gets to push up to here for free? Are you kidding me, dude? You're just gonna let him push up to here for free and then kill you, and then you're like, where was my team and why was nobody standing in this gigantic spot that people can just run past? That is the other thing about this. At least this is like, there's two different sides here, at least, I don't know. I just think, man, yeah, just standing there, it's very, very useless. So if you're playing flank, right, and you're chilling here, once you have control of this spot, you don't have to stay here and keep on shooting these two things. You can easily just push up and around, bam, smack people here. You can do a lot, it gives you a lot of options once you control an entire side of the map, especially an entire side of the map that just allows you free access to wherever you want to go. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you did enjoy. Make sure to leave a like, and do not forget, I'm doing an 800 crystal giveaway at 3,000 subscribers. It's going to come faster than you guys think, so make sure you are subbed for that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.